You have been invited to a party. Yes, you, an average Homo sapiens, a species whose conservation status is of least concern on the extinction scale. As a Homo sapiens, you are capable of rational thought, which also means that you can hear voices in your head, maybe even the voice of an acclaimed documentary narrator. What's this curious object you have stumbled upon? Could this be a hallucinogen of the fungi variety? Your housemate must have left this for you to take. Perhaps he thought it would brighten your day. He does have an affinity for the beloved children's tale of Alice in Wonderland. What should you do? Follow the white rabbit. Those are clearly drugs. You don't do drugs. Now, what feet coverings should you wear? You didn't think to ask what kind of event you were invited to. You may have thought it irrelevant at the time. Perhaps you knew deep down that you'd find an excuse not to go, so shoes didn't matter. But now that you have decided to go, shoes indeed matter. They could change everything. This decision could get you killed, or worse, mocked. You have been invited to a party, and you know that this voice in your head means that you're about to experience some social anxiety. Should you go to the party? You have no reason to think they don't want you there. They invited you after all. They are going to be happy you came. Ecstatic even. Perhaps ecstatic is a tad over the top, but pleased, unless they invited you because they felt obligated. Maybe they are expecting you not to come. Humans are known for lying in order to avoid social awkwardness. You know that better than anyone. Or should you stay home and watch the fungi documentary that you were meaning to watch? Go to the party? Watch fungi documentary. Has the world always wobbled so? Has the world always wobbled so?
Don't overthink things. Hey, mate, sorry. I just got home and noticed that you drank that tea I brewed. It was mushrooms. Lol. Try to have fun, yeah? Don't overthink things. Hey, mate, sorry. I just got...
Does look somewhat inviting. Nature is fascinating indeed. That tree does look somewhat inviting. Nature is fascinating indeed. That tree does look... Nature is fascinating indeed. That tree does look somewhat inviting. Nature is fascinating indeed. That tree does look somewhat inviting. Nature is... Now that you have confirmed the presence of heightening natural chemicals in your blood, you are presented with a choice. Should you go home and watch that fungi documentary? Perhaps it can explain the altered state you are experiencing in a simple, interesting, non-panic-inducing way. Or should you honour your previous decision of going to the party and socialise with those terrifying beings that could or could not be your friends? Should you perhaps address the elephant on the road? Should you perhaps address the elephant on the road? Understand them. Your mind is made up to meet with other Homo sapiens for a ritual to celebrate another turn around the sun. Fascinating creatures humans are. If only you could understand them. Your mind is made up. No turning back. You're going to the party to meet with other Homo sapiens for a ritual to celebrate another turn around the sun. Fascinating creatures humans are. If only you could understand them. You hear the distinct ringing sound of someone calling. Is this telecommunication device ringing for you? How do they know you are here? Who are they? What is happening? Oh, right. The sound is not coming from the booth, but from your pocket. You own a phone. It is normal for it to ring.
Hey, are you on your way? Everyone is so happy you're coming. Haven't seen you for ages. If you could bring some wine with you, that would be great. But I heard you might have drank some dodgy tea, though. So if you don't feel up to it, don't worry. But be careful and call me if you need help.
You're not wearing the right feet coverings for this. You were not expecting a river crossing adventure, especially a river of colours. Wait. You remember now that there is no river in this town. You do not live in a wild environment, but a very normal suburban street. This is not a river, but a road. All you need to do is cross the bridge. This river of colour seems... oh dear, you shall be too late. What should you do? You need to go home right now and watch the documentary to find out if fungi do photosynthesize. It is imperative. You can wait to learn this information, as it is not crucial at the moment. Go in the store and get the wine. You are too overwhelmed to do anything but keep walking, keep going. Wine doesn't matter. To find meaning in their... What you just experienced inside this shop was changing. A fantastic story. You are glad you went in and now have a fun anecdote to share with your fellow Homo sapiens, a species that needs stories in order to find meaning in their otherwise void existence. What you just experienced... You have finally reached the door. Behind it, a celebration awaits. You know you should turn back. This environment is not for you. You are stepping out of your safe zone, walking into the lion's den. The wolf's mouth, the giant blue whale that will swallow you whole. You, an average creature incapable of making small decisions, are not ready for this. Turn back, turn back. The documentary is starting soon. Wouldn't you rather watch fungi in all its glory? What are you going to do? Head home and watch the fungi documentary, drinking your bottle of wine in peace, and discover the wonderful miniature world around you, a world where no one will judge your choice of wine or the shoes on your feet. Knock on the door and face scary humans.
You made it. That's brilliant. Come over here. You made it. That's brilliant.
Maybe. You don't really understand everything they're talking about. Maybe you are a social creature, after all. You have made a difficult choice.
You made it. That's brilliant.
Of the Homo sapiens species who got all the way to this destination despite all the insurmountable obstacles. You are a warrior. You are a hero. This is quite unexpected. Other Homo sapiens have shared interests with you. Are you not as strange as you originally thought? So now, you get to watch the fungi documentary after all, and with your friends who love you and are happy to see you. You watch the fungi documentary and learn that they grow in colonies. That means that fungi are social creatures, maybe. You don't really understand everything they are talking about in the documentary because you are still very high. But it's okay. Maybe you are a social creature, after all.